Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 2 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 2-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 1 minute from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 1-minute time check, stations.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield. This is Hawkeye Women's Basketball, brought to you by Bud Light. It's for the fans. Hy-Vee, the official grocer partner of Iowa Hawkeyes basketball. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. The Iowa Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau, who reminds you to click it or ticket, day or night. University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. U.S. Bank, life keeps moving. We're here for every step. U.S. Bank, member FDIC. Iowa Lottery, put a little play in your day with the Iowa Lottery. And by Authentic Brand, look authentic, feel authentic, be authentic. Get your game day gear online at authentic-brand.com. Now to courtside. Here's Rob Brooks and Jamie Lang.
The Iowa Hawkeyes women's basketball team, after taking care of Indiana at back-to-back games, winning at Bloomington last Saturday by the final score of 96-91, and then a big come-from-behind win on Monday against the Hoosiers 88-82. Well, what a couple wins do for you in the Big Ten Conference. It moves you up the ladder, and the Hawkeyes have an outstanding chance now to get a double bye at the Big Ten tournament, improve their seeding in Indianapolis, and also for the NCAA tournament. But the focus right now certainly is to try to win a Big Ten regular season championship, and that is in the Hawkeyes' sights. Michigan still leads the way at 12-3. They face Michigan State this evening. Ohio State at 12-4, Maryland at 12-4, Iowa at 12-4, and Indiana 11-5. So mathematically, all 5 teams still have an opportunity. That could change after tonight. That is why winning in New Jersey against the Rutgers Scarlet Knights tonight is so important. The Hawkeyes 18-7, and Rutgers has struggled most of the year, just 9 wins against 18 losses, 2-13 in conference play. But as you might suspect, the first meeting between these two teams, and here we are in the last week of the regular season, Rutgers has won 2 of their last 3. Defeated Penn State in this building 71-62 on the 13th. Won at Minnesota, convincingly, 79-61 before losing to Purdue last Sunday, 70-59. Rutgers prides itself on defense and rebounding, toughness, usually scores, wants to play games in the 50s and 60s, but with the two victories, got into the 70s. 71 against Penn State and 79 against Minnesota. So the Hawkeyes will certainly have to get into some offensive flow tonight and be able to handle double teams and pressure not only inside but on the perimeter and some full court pressure defense. Lisa Bluter will be along. We'll get her thoughts on tonight's contest. Also, Jamie will have her keys to a Hawkeye victory, and a big one it would be. Just 2 regular season games remain. The Hawks have only lost 1 Big Ten game on the road. That was at Michigan. And what a feat it would be to be 8-1 on the road in this conference. It could happen tonight. We'll be back to Piscataway, New Jersey. Jersey Mike's Arena on the campus of Rutgers University after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Iowa, we grow corn, a lot of corn. We love seeing our farmers in the fields, and although they're perfect strangers, we know them. We know them by their equipment covered in dust. We know them by their work ethic, where days off don't exist. We know them by the way they wave, passing strangers alike on a 2-lane road. We know them in the midst of our kitchen as we prepare another family meal. In Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. The Iowa corn farmers are proud to be on the sidelines for the Iowa Hawkeyes.
The next time you visit Eastern Iowa, check out the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, Bachmeyer Carpet One, Floor and Home, Klosterman Construction, and the Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel, named Iowa Tourism's 2021 Hotel of the Year and awarded the AAA 4-Diamond Award for lodging. To make reservations, visit thehotelatkirkwood.com or call 877-751-5111 for more information.
You know when your internet works, your life works. Living with unreliable internet or slow speeds is a hassle you can't afford. Hawk fans, don't settle for subpar service. Get Extreme Internet and transform your whole home. With Extreme powered by MediaCom, you can enjoy speeds from 60 meg up to an incredible 1 gig, intelligent whole home Wi-Fi, and unbeatable reliability. You want great internet at
Kirkwood.com or call 877-751-5111 for more information.
You know when your internet works, your life works. Living with unreliable internet or slow speeds is a hassle you can't afford. Hawk fans, don't settle for subpar service. Get Extreme Internet and transform your whole home. With Extreme powered by MediaCom, you can enjoy speeds from 60 meg up to an incredible 1 gig, intelligent whole home Wi-Fi, and unbeatable reliability. You want great internet at a great price? Give us a call at 844-4FASTER and talk to the Extreme Internet Pros today. Speeds may vary and a monthly data usage allowance applies.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
It's Iowa and Rutgers, and it's time for the Hy-Vee Shoot-Around with head coach Lisa Bluter, brought to you by Hy-Vee. As always, save time and shop online with Hy-Vee Isles Online. Go to HyVeeIslesOnline.com. Well, Coach, Rutgers obviously known for defense, toughness, playing very physical, a little bit different than a lot of the teams we see in the Big Ten.
Yeah, I mean, I think there are teams that are playing very physical and aggressive now, and there's certainly one of them. And like you say, they're kind of hang their hat on defense. They're going to front the post. They're going to really high hedge or high show on ball screens and really not let you use those ball screens, especially for Caitlin, almost a trap off of ball screens. But, you know, they're a team that actually has some really good talent. They just are starting to put it together now. Unfortunately, we're playing them now, but they've won 2 of their last 3 games. Their only 2 wins of the season have come in the last 3 contests. But it's a team that has 8 transfers from the transfer portal. All 5 starters come from the transfer portal.
Yeah, and just one player averaging in double figures. And you're right, sometimes if you change your roster from year to year, toward the end of the season, they have a chance to kind of come together as time is running out on a lot of these players.
Well, yeah, this is their senior day, and it'll be a long senior ceremony because there is so many of them. But at the same time, you're right. There was talent. Getting that talent, it takes time to build culture. It takes time to build chemistry. And, here we are at the end of the season, so they are playing their best basketball. But I do feel confident in the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, are they scoring more points? Typically, that's been in the 50s and 60s. But as you mentioned, in a couple of wins, they've been able to get into the 70s.
Yeah, there are 2 wins that they just had. They scored 79 and 71, so their average is 57, so they did a lot better. The beginning of the year, it seemed like they were kind of working the clock, and then the last 5 seconds, they take a really bad shot and kind of just stall the ball out. Well, now it looks like they're being a little more aggressive and taking earlier shots and really trying to score them quicker.
We'll be back with more from Coach Bluter after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
The next time you visit Eastern Iowa, check out the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Bachmeyer Carpet One Floor and Home, Klosterman Construction, Almost Famous Popcorn, and Jill Armstrong Realty, the area's premier realtor. Jill Armstrong and her team strive to make every buyer and seller at ease with the real estate process. If you're in the market to buy or sell a home, contact the Jill Armstrong team for all your real estate needs. Call 319-631-5455.
Get your ice cold Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer, IRC Beer, beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Check out Bump's Restaurant, located on Melrose Avenue in Iowa City, inside the new Nagel Family Clubhouse at Finkbine Golf Course. We use fresh whole ingredients and scratch cooking in all of our dishes. Come enjoy a blackberry avocado salad, our famous pork tenderloin, or maybe our signature Kinnick burger with a side of our fresh hand-cut french fries. And don't forget to try our legendary Mary and handcrafted cocktails. Reservations are encouraged. Make yours today by calling 319-335-9662. Bump's Restaurant, legendary man, legendary food.
Coach, Rutgers has seen a lot of zone defense this year from opponents. How do the Hawks play this team tonight?
We're actually going to come out in a player defense. A few weeks ago, I would have said, yes, we're going to play them all zone. We're going to play them all zone. But they have 3 players. They're starting 1, 2, and 3 that are actually shooting over 40% in the last 5 games. And those last 5 games, they've seen a lot of zone. So we are going to start out in player. It doesn't mean that we won't go zone or that we won't try a little bit of triangle. But we've done a lot of triangle against Rutgers in the past and been pretty successful. I know they'll be ready for that tonight.
What are the keys for the Hawks offensively to make sure that you get some flow at that end?
I think we can push on them. I'd like to get out and run. I always want to get out and run, but I do think we can get out and run. And then I also think that we can crash. I think we need to get the ball inside. I think that we have, just better, more seasoned post players, and we need to get the ball inside against them.
Well, of course, you've talked about it. We've talked about how good this team has been on the road in the Big Ten, and what a way to get this one tonight and end the regular season on the road with only 1 loss in the Big Ten. That's an incredible feat.
That would be incredible. I think we're 8-1 in the road in Big Ten play, which is amazing. Got to go 8-2 tonight.
Head coach Lisa Bluter here on the pregame show as the Hawkeyes look to get victory number 8 on the road in Big Ten conference play. One final already in as Michigan, number 1 in the Big Ten conference, and will be in Iowa City on Sunday, has defeated Michigan State by the final score of 62-61. We'll be back with the starting lineups and Jamie's keys. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Get your ice cold Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer, IRC Beer, beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
It's always more fun to be with friends as you cheer on your favorite team. Whether attending the game, watching at a bar, or hosting a party, it's very important to know that fans don't let fans drive drunk. Before choosing to drink, choose your team's MVP, a sober designated driver. Avoid the unsportsmanlike conduct of driving drunk by handing off your keys so that you, your passengers, and everyone on the road can be safe. Your team victory will only be worth celebrating if you and your friends make it home. This message is brought to you by the Iowa Department of Public Safety, the Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau, and your local law enforcement.
Honey, great news. I'm a VIP.
That's sweet. Don't forget the trash.
In life, not everyone recognizes you as the VIP you are, but the Iowa Lottery does.
We got a medium chai latte for VIP. VIP.
Join our VIP club by signing up at ialottery.com/VIP for exclusive Play It Again promotions, surprise contests, and even free plays. See how it works at ialottery.com/VIP because everyone is a very important player.
Woo-hoo!
Starters have been introduced here at Jersey Mike's Arena on the campus of Rutgers University. Well, Jamie, you got a big day today. Head into New York City
I did.
For a little bit. Not a bad day. Expecting some snow here later on tonight. No, it's snowing back home, but hopefully we'll get there. But first things first, what do the Hawkeyes have to do to get a big road victory and magnify Sunday's game?
Yeah, I think this is a game you definitely can't overlook. It's really easy to look at the record and think, okay, this is going to be an easy game for the Hawks. It's never easy on the road. I'll put that out there first. But also, Rutgers does have people on their team that are capable of scoring, although they haven't been doing it consistently, is what I would say. Additionally, they do have a great defense. So Iowa, a big one I think they need to do today is push the ball. Okay, they have a good defense and they like to be physical, but if you can push the ball and you can get a quick shot, there goes that ability for them. The second thing, limit second chance opportunities. They don't have a high field goal percentage of shooting, so don't allow them to get multiple shots on their offensive end. And then the last one is feed the beast, get it inside. Monica Sedano is going to have an advantage today. I think that she can go off again. But also, you know, if McKenna Warnock wants to go down and post, I think she should, because I do think that Iowa has an advantage with a lot of people in the post today.
And Monica Sedano will jump center circle with Taya Singleton, a 6'2" redshirt junior. Martin Warnock, Sedano, Clark, Marshall, the 5. Hawks in the traveling black uniforms with the gold Iowa across the front, gold numbers. Petrie, Mason, Singleton, Brown, and Lassiter, the starting 5 for Rutgers. And Osh Brown, a transfer from Ball State. 8 transfers total on this team. He's really a key player for Rutgers. Not a big score, but kind of makes that offense go. And Rutgers wins the tap and will start with the basketball. And the Hawks do come out in a man-to-man defense and sagging down on many of the players as Rutgers works the ball around the outer arc. Here's Mason on the right wing. Clark comes out on her. 7 to shoot. Mason on the baseline has it poked away by Clark and out of bounds with 4 on the shot clock. certainly have to be confident in Iowa's defense, the way that it's improved. Here's a mid-range jumper that is off the window by Lassiter. Did not hit the iron, and that is a shot clock violation to start the ball game.
That's good defense. Just good defense by the Hawks to not allow a good shot.
So Iowa's first offensive possession, Caitlin Clark. Point guard duties to start. Gets it in the corner to McKenna Warnock. Now to Martin on the right wing. And she fires the ball across court. Three-pointer Marshall back iron and into the hands of Lassiter for Rutgers. Now Singleton. Much better team of the Scarlet Knights when Singleton is in the game. Has a tendency to get into early foul trouble. Brown hands it off to Mason. Still no penetration at all by the Scarlet Knights with 7 to shoot. Now, top of the key jumper for Singleton. No good. A little bit strong. The ball tapped out by Rutgers, but into the hands of Monica Sonato. You heard Coach Bluter talk about Iowa in transition, and there is Clark tried to whip a pass from the left side to the right side, and too high for Kate Martin.
Too high. Definitely. Too high, too fast. Too many things.
All of the above.
All of the above, yes.
So no score. Minute and a half into the game. Rutgers basketball. Here's Petrie. Transfer from Bradley. Was all Missouri Valley Conference for a couple of years. Petrie now in between the circles against Kate Martin. What a terrific job Martin did defensively against Indiana. Now Rutgers gets the ball inside, and Brown makes a move in the paint and scores. Hawks quickly down the court. 2-0 Rutgers. And a whistle away from the ball. That'll go against Petrie, a hold.
So what happened there was Caitlin Clark was cutting through, and what Petrie does is just she got in there to jam her up, and they actually called it, which normally you don't see him call that.
So that's encouraging early on. Here's Clark for 3, just left to the top of the key and drains it.
Looking pretty good. That's a good way to start.
Hawks 3, Rutgers 2. Scarlet Knights with the basketball. Here's Brown on the right wing. Reverse it to Petrie. Tries a bounce pass to the elbow that is not able to be controlled, and the Hawks come up with it. Here's Clark on the right wing, spins, gets to the paint, layup no good. Sonato goes after the rebound and had it tapped away, but then she's able to tap it to Martin. And a three-pointer by Caitlin Clark, left wing, is no good. And the rebound down to Lassiter. 5'10" guard, averaging just 3 a contest. Transfer from Florida State. 3 transfers in the starting lineup, 8 total for Rutgers. And really going to have to turn around and do it again after the season. Here's a 17-foot jump shot that goes down for Ash Brown. Martin in between the circles. 4-3 Rutgers. Three-pointer Warnock. Straight away, no. And the rebound by Brown. Now Mason on the right wing. Tries to get it inside and off the hip of Caitlin Clark, and Caitlin digs it up. Drives all the way into the paint, flips it off to Sonato, who lays it up and in on the right side.
And that wasn't a over-the-head pass. That wasn't a bounce pass. It was a through the, the wading waters pass, right? She got it right around people's waistlines.
Drove down the left side of the paint, attracted the defense, and just slipped it off to a wide-open Monica Sonato. Rutgers loses control of the ball. Lassiter digs it up on the baseline, almost stepped out of bounds, but gets it to Singleton, and she'll fire from 18, right wing, and hit it. Taya Singleton, averaging 5.7, had 9 and 7 boards against Purdue. Sonato inside, reverse layup is no good. Bounced on the back of the iron and came off into the hands of Mason. Now here's Singleton going to work against Sonato. Left-handed layup, no good. Sonato the rebound. Hawks down 1. Pass to Warnock. Nice catch, but got it up too quickly. There was some traffic there. Another tough pass to catch on the delivery by Caitlin Clark.
I like the idea to push, but you don't have to force it.
And Kate Martin fouls Petrie as she made a move along the baseline. Shug Dixon comes into the game for Rutgers. Missouri transfer, where she averaged 10 points a game. Taiwo and Addie O'Grady in the contest for the Hawks. Now, how about Addie O'Grady Monday night? 8 big points.
I mean, just the best minutes you can ask from her.
Petrie from 3, right wing, no good, off the right side of the iron. And the rebound down to the Hawkeyes, and Clark tried to get it to O'Grady from half court to the right block, and she couldn't handle it and goes out of bounds. And way too many turnovers to start this game, like Iowa did on Monday night.
Right, and most of them unforced, right? These aren't the turnovers because somebody is stealing it from him. These are the, too hard of a pass, too high of a pass, dribbling it off your leg, things like that.
We're under 5 first quarter, 6-5 in favor of Rutgers. Here's Singleton, drives baseline, kicks it left side to Lassiter for 3. No good off the back of the iron. Long rebound taken down by Petrie. Now Dixon for 3, straight away, no good. Long rebound taken down by Taiwo. Tomey crosses half court and throws this ball into the first row. Hawkeyes just can't get any offensive flow because they keep turning the basketball over.
I know. Well, right now Iowa has 3 turnovers, and I mean, it doesn't feel like a lot, but that's not very many possessions thus far, so that is a lot of possessions. They've only have had the chance to shoot 8 shots so far.
Mid-American Energy. Need to recycle old working refrigerators or deep freezers? Visit midamericanenergy.com for details, plus energy saving tips. Timeout on the court. 4:28 left to go, first quarter. Rutgers 6, Iowa 5. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Oh, you know that old injury of yours? The one in your knee or maybe back? Instead of going to the doctor and then doing physical therapy, why not start with therapy first? Athletico Physical Therapy is changing the whole healing process around. Their physical therapists will find the source of your pain and help fix it. Start with them and start living pain-free. Just like that.
It all starts with Athletico Physical Therapy. Schedule your free assessment at athletico.com. No prescription needed. Proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
It's always more fun to be with friends as you cheer on your favorite team. Whether attending the game, watching at a bar, or hosting a party, it's very important to know that fans don't let fans drive drunk. Before choosing to drink, choose your team's MVP, a sober designated driver. Avoid the unsportsmanlike conduct of driving drunk by handing off your keys so that you, your passengers, and everyone on the road can be safe. Your team victory will only be worth celebrating if you and your friends make it home. This message is brought to you by the Iowa Department of Public Safety, the Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau, and your local law enforcement.
Honey, great news. I'm a VIP.
That's sweet. Don't forget the trash.
In life, not everyone recognizes you as the VIP you are, but the Iowa Lottery does.
We got a medium chai latte for VIP. VIP.
Join our VIP club by signing up at ialottery.com/VIP for exclusive Play It Again promotions, surprise contests, and even free plays. See how it works at ialottery.com/VIP, because everyone is a very important player.
Woohoo!
Here in Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Corn is a multi-purpose crop which benefits the entire state. It feeds our livestock, nourishes our families, and provides clean burning fuel for our planet. Thank you to Iowa's corn farmers. 4:28 left to go in the first. Rutgers 6, Iowa 5. Turnovers costly for Iowa. And then, of course, as you mentioned, Jamie, just 8 shots taken so far, and Rutgers has worked that clock inside of 10 seconds pretty much every possession.
Oh, yeah. They're just a slower paced team, right? They're really waiting for something to happen, and that's a little hard when you're on the defensive end. You got to keep moving the whole time.
Rutgers basketball at the elbow. We've got Brown, drives down the right side of the lane, bank shot up and good from the block off Addie O'Grady. And that's 6 for Ash Brown, averages 10.4. Abby Marshall just right at the top of the key. Taiwo in between the circles, holds the ball high above her head. Warnock gets it into Clark, and she shuffled her feet down on the left block. And that's another turnover for the Hawks. Dixon working the point for Rutgers. Angles to the right side. Victoria Morris just into the game. Transfer from Old Dominion. Dixon against Clark. Out behind the arc. Now top of the key. Brown back to Dixon. Dribbles between her legs. Gets to the paint. Floater is up short. And Caitlin Clark the rebound. Hawks look to push. Down court pass to Marshall along the baseline. Gabby didn't like what she saw. Pulled it back out. Now gets it to Clark, just beyond the elbow. Now to Warnock, three-pointer left side, swishes this one.
I just love McKenna Warnock's shot. It's so automatic. It's so consistent when she's shooting. You always think there's a chance of it going in, and that one did. The previous one didn't. I mean, 50% is pretty dang good from the three-point line.
And Warnock on the season at just under 45% from behind the arc. Her first basket, and we're tied at 8. Here's a Clark steal, drives down the right side and has it batted away by Dixon. And Dixon recovers the basketball, dribbles behind her legs, pulls up from 16, rimming no, and offensive rebound to Rutgers. And the Scarlet Knights will set things up again. We're tied at 8, 2:30 left to go first quarter. Here's Morris at the free throw line. Gets the ball left side, and a shot is up and no good. It's that time by Brown, and the Hawks get the rebound. Clark gets into the paint quickly. Now O'Grady. Layup good. Boyd just left the defense.
Yeah, the defense just stood there, and O'Grady just went underneath the basket and around to the other side where nobody at all came in to help, and nice finish by her.
Sidibe just held her hands up, and Annie O'Grady went right around her and finished the layup on the right side. Hawks by 2. Here's Petrie along the baseline. Short jumper, no good. Weak side rebound to Gabby Marshall. Marshall across the timeline, now to Warnock. And she finds an opening and tried to get a pass to O'Grady. Does, and Addie picks it up and banks it in.
And not the best pass by Warnock, but O'Grady went after it. She didn't just let it bobble around, bounce on the floor. She got after it, made it a good pass, and finished.
Another outstanding possession for Addie O'Grady, who had 8 against Indiana on Monday. 4 already in the last 2 minutes here. And it's 12-8. And here's another steal by Clark. This time she's left alone. Layup 2 for Caitlin Clark, and she has 5.
Yep, she definitely took that one a little bit harder, a little bit more. Okay, I got to make sure no one's going to pick my pocket on this one.
We're under a minute, first quarter. Hawks big lead, 14-8. Clark almost another steal, tapped this one out of bounds along the sideline. And that gets Feuerbach, Martin, and Sonano back in the game. Singleton for Rutgers. And Morris back in as well. Rutgers basketball right in front of the Iowa bench. 14-8. Hawkeyes with the lead. Double high post. Dixon angles left, goes all the way to the rim. Blocked by Martin. And a foul on the rebound. Taiwo's first, team second, as Victoria Morris picked up the rebound. It'll be ball possession for the Scarlet Knights along the baseline.
And I was kind of finally figured out their offense and how to work it against Rutgers, and is in the middle of this 9-0 run heading to the end of this quarter.
Yeah, no long passes, right? And out of the out-of-bounds play, Morris, a short jumper in the paint. That's her first basket. Now she's only 5 points shy of 15 career points. Remember, started her career at Old Dominion. Hawks by 4 with the ball, 25 seconds left to go. Ball tipped into the backcourt, retrieved by Clark. Keeps that dribble going by the big R in the shadow of the state of New Jersey at midcourt here at Jersey Mike's. Clark angles left side, still outside of the arc. Gets it to Kate Martin. Reverse to Taiwo for 3. Got it.
To me. Oh, tell me.
1 second. Desperation shot beyond half court off the top of the window. No good. And that'll do it for 10 minutes of basketball. Good finish for the Hawkeyes.
Great finish.
In that quarter.
Yes.
You mentioned the 9-0 run.
Yeah, finished with a 12-2 run. I think that, I mean, they had to be happy with that because they just couldn't figure out the offense for a while and too many turnovers. Things weren't really clicking, and then forcing the fast break. And all right, we got this. You know, go back to playing your game. Don't force the fast break. And I made a lot of adjustments after that timeout halfway through.
Iowa 17, Rutgers 10 after 1. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
At MidAmerican Energy, we harvest the wind to provide you with clean, affordable energy. But did you know our commitment to wind energy also creates jobs and generates millions in local revenue? That's money your community can use to fix roads, support first responders, and improve schools. MidAmerican Energy's commitment to renewable energy delivers positive results for our state. And it's one more way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Get your ice cold Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer, IRC Beer, beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
Check out Bump's Restaurant, located on Melrose Avenue in Iowa City, inside the new Nagel Family Clubhouse at Finkbine Golf Course. We use fresh whole ingredients and scratch cooking in all of our dishes. Come enjoy a blackberry avocado salad, our famous pork tenderloin, or maybe our signature Kinnick burger with a side of our fresh hand-cut french fries. And don't forget to try our legendary Mary and handcrafted cocktails. Reservations are encouraged. Make yours today by calling 319-335-9662. Bump's Restaurant, legendary man, legendary food.
Michigan has won tonight over Michigan State, 62-51. So that puts Michigan at 13-3. They have a 1-game lead in the Big Ten Conference race and will be inside Carver Hawkeye Arena on Sunday. Ohio State was up big tonight. If they win, that'll be 13-4. Maryland at 12-4 plays Indiana tomorrow night, and then Iowa at 12-4. So Hawks need to keep pace.
They definitely do need to keep pace. Hopefully this quarter will start off a little bit quicker and go a little smoother than the previous one.
Hawks by 7. Get the ball inside to Sinano. Gets up through the double team and scores. Monica Sinano from the right block with 4.
She's very strong with the ball. There was, yeah, like you said, 2 people there, but she made sure and held on to it. Triple threat when she came down with their elbows out wide.
And a 3-pointer by Morris is no good from the left wing, and a foul on Rutgers. Sidibe going after the rebound, fouled Clark. She's a transfer from Salt Lake City Community College, 2-time All-American. So Iowa with a 9-point lead in the ball. And now Morris comes in the backcourt to try to deny Clark the basketball. Caitlin gets it and brings it across the timeline, and now is trapped at midcourt, and it's going to be over and back. And that's what Rutgers likes to do.
Yep.
You don't know when it's going to happen, but when you're just out dribbling, they will run another player at you. And that kind of surprised Caitlin Clark, and she stepped on the midcourt stripe.
Yep, definitely an over and back right there. And she's normally pretty good with those types of double teams and people jumping out on her for a trap, and just caught her off guard.
Morris down the right side of the lane, forces a shot up, no good. Clark after the rebound with Singleton. That's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Rutgers. They'll throw it in just right of their own basket along the baseline. Look inside, then get it into the corner for Mason. Her 3-pointer is short, and the ball tapped out of bounds by Brown of Rutgers. Iowa basketball. So now Feuerbach comes in the backcourt to help and gets the ball to Clark in the front court. And she is harassed by Dixon, and a foul will be called on Shug Dixon. Transfer from Missouri. Also played at Tulsa and Texas Tech. Now Clark, 16-foot jumper off the inbounds, and it is short into the hands of Brown. Hawks by 9, 19-10, just underway, second quarter. Rutgers with the basketball. Here's Morris, fakes right, goes left, pulls up 15 feet away at the free throw line, then has to kick it back as Iowa secured the inside. Dixon to Singleton, 18-foot jump shot, long, and Taiwo the rebound. Clark whips a pass inside. Sonano finishes off the window on the right side.
Now that's a fast break right there. Boom, perfectly executed. Didn't look like your traditional one, but that is it. Don't allow him to get set up. You won't get that body coverage.
And Clark passed that from the left side to the right side.
Yes.
And just put it in a perfect spot, right on the numbers for Monica Sonano. And it's 21-10 Iowa. And a kick by Clark as Mason tried an entry pass on the left side. Marshall back. Clark a quick breather. Also Warnock. Sonano with 6. Caitlin Clark with 5. Addie O'Grady with 4. Rutgers inbounds the ball along the baseline. Brown on the left wing. Reverse the ball to Morris. Takes one dribble. And then a three-pointer is good by Petrie from the left wing. An unorthodox shot.
It was, yeah.
But she can shoot a pretty high percentage and gets her first basket of the night. Here's Warnock. Now to Feuerbach on the right side. Tried to get it inside to Martin. It's batted away by Petrie and dug up by Dixon. Across the timeline, thought about shooting, but gets the ball to Petrie, who tried to get it inside. The ball tapped away by Marshall into the hands of Kylie Feuerbach, and she's fouled. 21-13 Hawks.
Great hands by Marshall, though. I mean, she created that. She does a good job of trying to mirror the ball. That's something you kind of start learning about when you're quite young. But she actually still does it and does it really well. As they're moving the ball around, her hands are following it.
And it will be Iowa basketball. Feuerbach crosses the timeline. Now to Martin. He tried to get it back to Feuerbach, and that went off of Kylie and out of bounds. Just no spacing there on that pass. 21-13, 7:15 left to go. Second quarter, Rutgers basketball. Hawks on top. Double high post set. And Dixon uses it, drives down the right side of the lane for the layup. Her first basket. She has started 11 games this year. And quickly, Abby Marshall travels out behind the arc on the right side.
Just couldn't get that pivot foot locked down.
Tim Eatman is the acting head coach for C. Vivian Stringer, who really hasn't been around this program at all this year. Just met the team one time. Petrie in between the circles. 13 to shoot. Gives it off to Dixon, who drives down the left side, lays it up with the right hand on the left side. Dixon, quick 4 points. 21-17. Rutgers on a run. Inside pass. Clark finds Warnock for 2.
Maybe it's a game of runs. Maybe that's what we'll see here, and just hope the Iowa's runs are a little longer than Rutgers.
Three-pointer is no good by Dixon, just left to the top of the key. Warnock the rebound. Feeds it off to Kate Martin on the left wing. Now to Warnock for 3 off the left side of the rim, and Petrie the rebound. She'll bring it down court herself, stop at the free throw line, kicks it back to Mason at the top of the key. She'll fire a jumper and hit it.
Man, they're coming down and looking for those jumpers right now. They're looking for, and they're not three-pointers. Usually they're looking for, it's like a step inside the 3.
Now here's Warnock for 3, short. Long rebound taken down by Dixon. Dixon feeds Morris. Shot blocked by Clark. Fast break opportunity for Rutgers. 23-19, Iowa with the lead in the ball. Clark. Now inside Sonano, and she goes up. And a foul will be called on Jalen Mason. Jalen Mason, her first. Grab the left arm of Sonano, and finally to the free throw line.
Sonano is a little lucky on that one because she was pretty far under the basket. So she got bailed out, but she'll take it, I think, and she'll go for these free throws.
First one, perfect. Sonano on the year, just under 85% from the line. Second one, got it.
It's pretty dang good.
And O'Grady will come in for Sonano, 25-19. Hawks with the advantage, 5:24 second quarter. Rutgers with the basketball. Dixon brings it in the front court, angles left side, and another kick as she tried to get it to Brown down near the left block. And Rutgers will have it along the sideline. Into Dixon, left side, penetrates, tried to get it across the lane, and the pass is intercepted by Warnock. Now to Kate Martin at the top of the key. Warnock drives down the right side, tried to get it to Gabby Marshall, and throws it away. Threw it away right to near the Rutgers bench.
Yeah, the movement's a little bit stagnant right now, right? I don't think they're on the same pace is what I would say. Some people are cutting harder than others. Some people are moving faster than others. And so when you're not all flowing the same, that's when you're going to have those turnovers.
Timeout on the court with 4:56 left to go in the second quarter. Iowa 25, Rutgers 19. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Get your ice cold Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer, IRC Beer, beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
Multi-platinum country superstar Sarah Evans is bringing her Copy That tour to the newly remodeled event center at Riverside Casino and Golf Resort on May 21st.
And I could not ask for more. You were born to fly. There's no place that far.
Tickets are on sale now at riversidecasinoandresort.com.
Hawks 25, Scarlet Knights 19, 4:56 left to go in the second quarter. Blue is caring, blue is convenient, and now blue is Medicare Advantage from Wellmark Advantage Health Plan, offering all-in-one Medicare coverage, our extensive network, and the confidence of being covered by Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Learn more at wellmarkadvantage.com. Molly's Cupcakes, also proudly serving their cookies and treats inside Carver Hawkeye Arena. For a taste of unique flavors you'll love, stop by their downtown Iowa City location for homemade cupcakes, cookies, cakes, bars, and coffee drinks. Molly's Cupcakes, proud supporter of the Hawkeyes. You don't mind a cupcake every once in a while?
I was just thinking, man, I could really use a Molly's Cupcake right now. I mean, anytime. If someone said, it's 8 a.m., would you like a cupcake? Yes.
You're in?
Yeah. I mean, why are you asking me that? Of course.
Rutgers basketball after the timeout. Morris to Dixon. Now to Petrie. Now Brown makes a move from the free throw line, drives in, blocked by O'Grady. She had a couple of blocks Monday against Indiana. Walks into the front court. Marshall in between the circles. Holds the ball. Gets it to Martin. Bounce pass to Clark. Near the paint. Drives in. Spin move. Layup good.
I don't know that I've seen Clark do that move specifically before. Kind of go a little to the right, and then she faked it and went left. And nice body control and finish on that one.
And to get her the basketball in different places. That time about 10 feet away, just outside of the paint.
Like an expanded post move almost.
Brown from 17 straight away, no good. Long rebound. Comes down to Rutgers. And the Scarlet Knights will reset. Guillon into the game. Here's a jumper for the right side that is up and no good by Mason. Missed it from deep, but Guillon got the rebound along the baseline and has the ball. Rutgers working the ball around the arc. 3 to shoot. Guillon along the baseline. Scoop shot is no good, and it actually hit the bottom of the window. So that is a shot clock violation.
That's some good D.
Second 30-second shot clock violation by Rutgers.
And with just 3 minutes, here's where you're really thinking, okay, come on, Iowa, you want to go on some type of run here. Get a good run going into the half. You don't want to allow Rutgers to think that there's a chance in the second half. Like, use these next 3 minutes to really, really drill in.
Remember, two of their only 2 wins in Big Ten Conference play, 2 of the last 3 games. Here's Clark. Spins on the right side and then tried to whip a pass to the left wing, and Warnock couldn't come up with it. Another wild pass by Caitlin Clark, and it goes out of bounds.
That's the hard part. She likes to do a lot of one-hand passes. Look good, gives her some power, but that can lead to turnovers if you're off that day, because your second hand is more controlling. So now she's sitting at.
Petrie throws the ball away and dug up by Clark. She's doubled in the front court. Tried to get away, and the officials blew the whistle. And now are having a conference. Iowa 27, Rutgers 19. 2:39 left to go, second quarter.
Okay, there's a replay we're going to check out.
So Clark had the ball about 30 feet away from the basket, was doubled by Morris and Petrie. All the official did was point that it's going to be Rutgers basketball.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they're.
But never gave an indication as to why.
That it was a jump ball, right. I assume it was a jump ball call, and then he gestured that way.
Well, but the possession arrow favors Iowa.
So I don't know.
And they are going to go to the monitor.
Well, that's just confusing.
Yeah, I mean, there was nothing malicious about that.
No, definitely nothing malicious. Clark was pivoting around, and they were coming at her, and that's fine, because that's part of basketball, and definitely nothing malicious.
It's like he didn't know what to call, so hey, we'll just stop playing and go take a look.
Just point somewhere. But what I was talking about before, and then I stopped because I was actually trying to find it. Clark currently has 6 turnovers, and a lot of those are off of those one-handed passes. And yes, they are useful, and they do allow for you to reach a little further sometimes on a pass. But if they're not going well right now, then probably reel it in a little bit, dial it back today, figure it out.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Bud Light. Bud Light proudly welcomes back Hawkeye fans to cover Hawkeye Arena this year. Bud Light is for the fans. One more guaranteed home game on Sunday. Well, I like this development, but I'm not sure how it happened.
They called a foul.
Well, so Clark will get 2. Iowa in the bonus.
I've never seen that happen before.
Caitlin swishes the first one. She was fouled, but there was never an indication by the official. I watched him the entire time.
And definitely not from the hand gesture that he made, but.
Or a number.
It worked out in Iowa's favor.
He's got his own sides.
It's fine.
2 out of 2 at the free throw line for Clark. 29-19. Hawks by 10. 2:30 left to go, second quarter. Petrie, 16-foot jumper, straight away, back iron into the hands of Caitlin Clark. Races into the front court, will pull from 3, short. O'Grady the rebound, and then has it swiped away.
Just had 2 players around her, need to come down a little stronger.
Yep, Dixon has it, and now gets all the way to the basket, and the layup good as Gabby Marshall fell down in the paint. (29-21), we're under 2, and Clark hits the deck and is fouled by Morris.
A lot of falling right now. Just don't want anyone to get hurt.
Well, as far as the physical play that we've seen here for the last, that's certainly magnified the last 2 weeks.
Ever since Ohio State, essentially, I think that they saw, oh, Ohio State won that game largely because they were just physical. And I feel like everyone's just jumping in.
Clark makes the first, but this crew has called the majority of those.
I agree.
Second one, perfect. Caitlin has 11. Had 29, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists against Indiana. 31-21, Hawks back on top by 10. 1:45 left to go in the second. Brown at the free throw line. Kicks it to Morris, right wing 3, no. Sedano, very good position, and comes up with the rebound. Gets it ahead to Clark. Fires right side to Marshall. Fakes a 3. Tries to penetrate, then brings it back out. Now to Warnock for 3 in the corner, and she drains it.
Like butter. That's what that is every time. It's just a beautiful shot.
All net for McKenna Warnock. 2 threes. It has 8. 34-21. Hawks need to close this second quarter out like they've been playing the last couple 3 minutes. Rutgers on the right wing. Morris gets into the paint, pulls from 12, short. Ball hits the floor and into the hands of Monica Sedano. Now to Caitlin Clark. Right side, Warnock, Taiwo, and then left wide open, and I mean nobody within 20 feet of Monica Sedano lays it up and in. That defense got so extended out near the arc that Sedano was just standing
I think she's probably
right next to the hoop.
Am I actually this open? Is this real?
36-21. Sedano with 10. Petrie for 3. Swishes this one from the top of the key. That's her second 3. And the Hawks can hold for 1.
They did go on a run to finish this. See if they can get one more.
Warnock for 3, left to the top of the key, drains it.
Yeah, sure can, sure can.
5 seconds. Here's Mason. She'll pull for 3.
Oh my
Got
it. And she wasn't wide open actually on that. There was a player there, but man, 7 seconds. That's all you have to play DAE. So Iowa has to react a little bit better on that one.
There was a player in the area, but still pretty wide open shot left to the top of the key. But Warnock, 2 big 3-pointers to close out the scoring for Iowa, along with the layup by Sedano. And we're halfway home as Iowa leads it 39-27. We are live at Jersey Mike's Arena, Piscataway, New Jersey. Iowa and Rutgers, the only meeting of the regular season. 39-27 Hawks. Bud Light halftime show coming up next. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The next time you visit Eastern Iowa, check out the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, Bachmeyer Carpet One, Floor and Home, Klosterman Construction, and the Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel, named Iowa Tourism's 2021 Hotel of the Year and awarded the AAA 4 Diamond Award for lodging. To make reservations, visit thehotelatkirkwood.com or call 877-751-5111 for more information.
Hi, Hawk fans. This is Gary Dolphin. I've been telling you about Authentic Brand's superb Hawkeye gear. But did you know Authentic Brand by TCB Companies is an official outfitter of well-known enterprises and organizations, including iHeartRadio Group and Learfield? The style and comfort and great looks of Authentic Brand gear, both sporty and professional, will give your image a boost. Outfit your personal and professional life in Authentic Brand gear.
It's always more fun to be with friends as you cheer on your favorite team. Whether attending the game, watching at a bar, or hosting a party, it's very important to know that fans don't let fans drive drunk. Before choosing to drink, choose your team's MVP, a sober designated driver. Avoid the unsportsmanlike conduct of driving drunk by handing off your keys so that you, your passengers, and everyone on the road can be safe. Your team victory will only be worth celebrating if you and your friends make it home. This message is brought to you by the Iowa Department of Public Safety, the Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau, and your local law enforcement.
Oh, you know that old injury of yours, the one in your knee or maybe back? Instead of going to the doctor and then doing physical therapy, why not start with therapy first? Athletico Physical Therapy is changing the whole healing process around. Their physical therapists will find the source of your pain and help fix it. Start with them and start living pain-free. Just like that.
It all starts with Athletico Physical Therapy. Schedule your free assessment at athletico.com. No prescription needed. Proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
It's time for the halftime show, brought to you by Bud Light. Bud Light proudly welcomes back Hawkeye fans to Carver Hawkeye Arena this year. This year, Bud Light is for the fans. Hawk fans, don't forget to experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels, the Homewood Suites and the Home to Suites by Hilton. Each offer guests spacious suites, complimentary breakfast, 24-hour fitness center, pool, hot tub, guest laundry, and convenient locations. Let their warm and friendly staff take care of you and your family when you visit Hawkeye Country. Also, is your small business ready for a big promotion? To support and celebrate small businesses, United Healthcare and Hawkeye Athletics are teaming up for the Spotlight on Small Business Sweepstakes. Winners receive radio promotions, social media recognition, and much, much more. To enter, visit HawkeyeSports.com/UHC. United Healthcare is a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. We are at the half, 39-27 Hawkeyes. Jamie, how about the first half statistics?
Oh yeah, these are some. There's some good stats here. Iowa has 3 players already in double figures with just 39 points as a team. 11 from Warnock, and that's 3 of 6 from the three-point line. 11 from Clark, and she's 4 of 4 from the free throw line, and 10 from Sonano on 4 of 5 shooting from the field and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Adding in 3 from Tomey and O'Grady, that makes up the 39. Looking at Rutgers points, no players in double figures yet. Petrie with 6, Dixon with 6, Brown with 6, and that leads it for Rutgers. Iowa is winning the rebounding battle with 19 rebounds, being led by both Clark and Sonano, each with 5. Rutgers has just 14. Turnovers, definitely an issue for the Hawks right now. They already have 12 turnovers just in that first half. And Clark has 6 of those turnovers. But all in all, Iowa is shooting very well, 58.3% from the field, 45.5% from the three-point line. Rutgers shooting just 34% from the field and 27% from the three-point line. So things are looking pretty good for the Hawks thus far, leading to the 12-point lead that they already have. But if they can continue that, they'll easily be able to pull this game out, but just got to keep shooting well and taking good shots.
And just like they did Monday night, just limit the turnovers in the second 20 minutes versus the
12
first
turnovers.
20 minutes.
That's a lot of turnovers. I mean, points off of turnovers for Rutgers, 10. 10 of their 27 points came from Iowa's turnovers.
And Iowa against Indiana Monday turned it over 21 times. Certainly want to be about half of that, maybe a couple of more. We'll check the U.S. Bank scoreboard update when we come back. Iowa 39, Rutgers 27. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Did you know that as a Mid-American Energy customer, nearly half of your life is powered by the wind energy we provide? That means when you're at home fixing a snack, or at work sending emails, you're using wind energy. Investing in wind helps us keep your rates low. Renewable wind energy. It's clean, affordable, and powerful. And it's one more way Mid-American Energy is obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Are you looking to downsize from your family home to begin your retirement years? Our Oak Knoll East campus is for you. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director at Oak Knoll. Our new campus has many unique amenities for your active lifestyle, in addition to providing the same great services that Oak Knoll has offered our residents for over 50 years. We're now open and have a few two-bedroom apartments still available. Call me at 319-351-1720 or visit oakknoll.com to set up your personal tour. Go Hawks!
Not all internet is created equal. It's a lot like choosing a quarterback. Technically, you could sign up any new rookie provider on the block, but the success of every device in your home depends on it. Will they perform in the clutch, or will they buffer under pressure? Extreme provides the speed you need with a 100% gigabit technology network and amplified Wi-Fi. And unlike signing a quarterback, Extreme Internet requires no contracts. There's only one pick to lead your team. It's Extreme, powered by Mediacom.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Iowa. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Welcome back to the Bud Light Halftime Show. Iowa 39, Rutgers 27. At U.S. Bank, we know when you invest in a community, the community invests in you. We are committed to providing high-quality, innovative products and services that meet the needs and demands of our customers. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. 5 games in the Big Ten tonight, 2 finals. I told you that number 6 Michigan defeated Michigan State 62-51. Ohio State 17th in the country, 78. Penn State 55. So now Michigan and Ohio State both with 13 wins. Michigan 13-3. Ohio State 13-4. At the half, it is Northwestern 34. Purdue 25 and Minnesota 40. Illinois 23 also at the halftime break. So the Hawks need to win tonight to keep pace with 13 victories with Ohio State and Michigan, who have already posted W's tonight. Men's basketball in the Big Ten, Indiana 64, Maryland 54, 3:47 left to go in that one. And also Ohio State and Illinois will tip off here in about 10 minutes or so. Only 2 men's Big Ten games tonight. Of course, Iowa will take on Nebraska tomorrow night from Lincoln. That is a 8 o'clock tip. It'll be 7 o'clock for the pregame show with Gary Dolphin and Bobby Hansen along the Hawkeye Radio Network. We'll be back with more on the Bud Light Halftime Show. Here from Rutgers, Iowa 39, the Scarlet Knights 27. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
It's always more fun to be with friends as you cheer on your favorite team. Whether attending the game, watching at a bar, or hosting a party, it's very important to know that fans don't let fans drive drunk. Before choosing to drink, choose your team's MVP, a sober designated driver. Avoid the unsportsmanlike conduct of driving drunk by handing off your keys so that you, your passengers, and everyone on the road can be safe. Your team victory will only be worth celebrating if you and your friends make it home. This message is brought to you by the Iowa Department of Public Safety, the Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau, and your local law enforcement.
Hy-Vee Mealtime to Go is mealtime made easy. Just order delicious meals online for convenient curbside pickup or have it delivered. Want breakfast? Hy-Vee Mealtime to Go. Need lunch? Hy-Vee Mealtime to Go. Doing dinner? Hy-Vee Mealtime to Go. Get pancakes, burgers, fried chicken, lasagna, Hai-Chai Asian dishes, sushi, pizza, and more. If you're craving it, Hy-Vee Mealtime to Go has it with curbside pickup or delivery. Order today at Hy-Vee.com/mealtime.
The next time you visit Eastern Iowa, check out the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Bachmeyer Carpet One Floor and Home, Klosterman Construction, Almost Famous Popcorn, and Jill Armstrong Realty, the area's premier realtor. Jill Armstrong and her team strive to make every buyer and seller at ease with the real estate process. If you're in the market to buy or sell a home, contact the Jill Armstrong team for all your real estate needs. Call 319-631-5455.
Do you ever feel like you spend more time trying to work out than actually working out? Skip the hassles and bring the gym into your home with help from the friendly fitness experts at Shields. We'll help you choose the right equipment to meet your goals, and we'll be right there with you for delivery, setup, and service. And with the Shields guarantee, you never take a chance on your purchase. If you don't love it, we'll make it right. This year, it's your space, your time, your fitness, with a little help from Shields. In store or online at shields.com.
Hawks back out on the court, warming up to the basket to our right. Dodge Street Tire and Auto, locally owned and operated, has been voted best of the area for the 9th consecutive year. Proudly supports Iowa women's basketball. Visit Dodge Street Tire for all of your automotive needs, including the best deals on Goodyear and Toyo tires. Dodge Street Tire and Auto, celebrating 29 good years on the corner of Dodge and Church Streets. Well, Jamie, turnovers need to be reduced here in the third and fourth quarters. How about the points in the paint?
Well, let me tell you, Rebel, I'll let you guess first. Don't say it out loud. I'm going to let other people guess. Say out loud, everyone, who you think has the most points in the paint. I'll give you a second. It is?
Well, it's got to be the Hawks.
It is. It's the Hawks.
Easily, I would think.
18 points in the paint for Iowa, 12 for Rutgers.
By 6, and on the scoreboard, Iowa 39 and Rutgers 27. Back with third quarter action from Piscataway after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Every day you use energy to power your life, to wake up, to stay connected.
Hi, this is John. Oh, hey.
To feed your loved ones. Dinner! You don't even have to think about it, because at MidAmerican Energy, we do. We work hard to bring you energy you can count on every day, because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're MidAmerican Energy, and we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
It's always more fun to be with friends as you cheer on your favorite team. Whether attending the game, watching at a bar, or hosting a party, it's very important to know that fans don't let fans drive drunk. Before choosing to drink, choose your team's MVP, a sober designated driver. Avoid the unsportsmanlike conduct of driving drunk by handing off your keys so that you, your passengers, and everyone on the road can be safe. Your team victory will only be worth celebrating if you and your friends make it home. This message is brought to you by the Iowa Department of Public Safety, the Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau, and your local law enforcement.
Get your ice cold Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer. IRC Beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
Back at Jersey Mike's Arena, just about ready for third quarter action. Going to put about $28 million into this building.
Yes.
To renovate it.
It's a lot of money. 28 million. That's 6 zeros. In case anyone was wondering.
They say we won't recognize it the next time we come here. Kind of an old field house appeal to it.
I dig it, but I get it. They're probably trying, thinking we need to do it for recruits and all that kind of stuff.
Iowa starts with the ball, and Kate Martin is immediately tied up by Lassiter, and will head the other way. Possession arrow to Rutgers. 3 players with 6 points for the Scarlet Knights. Petrie, Brown, and Dixon. Tried to get the ball inside, and Petrie couldn't handle it. Saved it from going out of bounds. Hawks get on the move. Fast break as Clark finds Marshall. Right-handed layup is good, and Gabby Marshall's first basket.
And just the classic fast break. I love the good classic one where your players just split the floor. You run in and you make a nice pass.
Entry pass to Brown, and she goes up strong and finishes. And Monica Sinano picks up her first foul. So a 3-point opportunity for Ash Brown, the transfer from Ball State.
Well, really, Brown stopped scoring. She scored those first 6 points, and then she stopped scoring, and the posts aren't really looking to score down in the post, which is why you haven't seen or heard much from fouls on them.
She connects on the free throw. That's a 3-point play for Rutgers, and it's 41-30. Hawks by 11 with the basketball. Just underway, third quarter. Here's Clark on the left wing. Hesitates, pulls it back out in between the circles. She's being doubled, and then finds Monica Sinano wide open inside the paint and lays it up with the left hand.
She's just dribbled around waiting for the defense to kind of get confused, and that's what happened. Monica Sinano pops out like a shiny diamond.
Well, and she's so used to being double teamed and bodies on her. She's had 2 layups like she's the only one in the gym.
So the old Mikan drills happening down there.
Hawks commit a foul. It'll be ball possession for Rutgers. Here's Lassiter, pulls up from 15 straight away and drills it. That's her first basket. Very good mid-range jump shooter off the dribble.
And that foul's going to go on Martin.
That's her second. And Kate has the basketball. Drives in. Shot just outside the semicircle is no good. Rebound down to Rutgers. Petrie down court. Layup, no good. Came off the front of the iron. But Rutgers with Singleton gets the rebound. And she is fouled. And Martin quickly picks up her third. Second in the quarter. 43-32 Hawkeyes. So Kate will sit down in favor of Tomi Taiwo. Ball possession for Rutgers along the baseline. Get it into Mason. Dribbles behind her back, then wheels back outside, has it batted away. She retrieves. Keeps the dribble going, gets a screen. She'll pull from 17 and swish this one straight away. Mason with 7. Taiwo answers with a 3. No good off the left side of the iron. Brown the rebound. 43-34. Hawkeyes, Rutgers with the basketball. 7:45 left to go in the third. Petrie, top of the key. And takes 2 dribbles and fires a jumper right of the key. No good. And another Hawkeye foul on the rebound.
Iowa saw that they had some fouls to give, and they're giving them all right now.
So Warnock, her first. Ball possession for Rutgers. Get it into Morris just into the game, and she penetrates in the paint and lays it up over the front of the rim. She has 4, and it's 43-36. Warnock for 3, got it. Top of the key 3 for McKenna Warnock.
Effortless. I mean, truly looks effortless when she shoots that 3-pointer.
That's 4 threes for Warnock tonight. 21 points and 16 points back to back. There's a spin move on the baseline that is up and no good. Sonato went to the floor. Singleton ends up getting her own rebound and scoring.
And Iowa right now has 4 fouls on this quarter, and there's 7 minutes to go in this quarter. So Iowa has to be very careful, because every foul from here on out will send Rutgers to the line.
Posting is Clark. She goes in off the window and scores against Morris. That's 13 for Clark, and it's 48-38. Hawks back up by 10. 6:38 third. Morris deep in the corner, left side. Tries to penetrate, pulls it back out, and Marshall knocks it out of bounds. Almost got the steal. But the basketball will stay with Rutgers. Morris along the sideline will trigger it in. Hawks denying, and then finally Brown comes out to get it. And now a 3-pointer that is no good by Morris. And the ball goes out of bounds along the baseline. Touched last by Rutgers.
That shot just doesn't have any spin on it. On the ball, which is just something you don't see that often. It
means it's coming off your palm.
Coach Jay will tell you all about that.
Yep, no rotation. Here is Marshall, and she drills a 15-footer on the left wing. Faked a 3, 2 dribbles, pulled up, and scores. Gabby with 4 in the third quarter. That's all of her points. Iowa goes up by 12, and a driving layup for Morris is no good. Warnock picks up her second as she pushed Morris from behind. Addie O'Grady into the ballgame for Monica Sonato. So Victoria Morris, first free throw, no good, short.
It's a good time to mention Coach Bluter tonight is wearing a shirt that is an ode to black women coaches in the NCAA. And Vivian Stringer is the first name on the shirt. I know Carolyn Peck's on there. I can't remember. I've seen the shirt before, but I think it's pretty classy of her that she'll wear that when she's on, on the court of someone else that she knows that she does admire and who has a great history here. So just love to bring that up.
Hawks with the ball. Warnock for 3, misfires from just left to the top of the key. O'Grady goes after the rebound, as does Rutgers. And the Hawks will keep the basketball. Good job by Addie O'Grady to keep it alive. Clark in between the circles. Hawks by 11. Drives, kicks it right side. Marshall for 3. Rimming no. And O'Grady got a hand on it, but Dug up by Mason. Rutgers fast break and goes out of bounds. Brown couldn't control it under the hoop. And it will be Iowa basketball on top 52-39 with 5:17 left to go in the third. And now Clark will get some defense in the backcourt. And now she'll head to the left side. Morris chasing her, and that puts Taiwo at the point. Hands it to O'Grady, 16 feet away from the hoop. She pivots, fires to Marshall on the right wing. Gabby dribbles it out high. Now Clark in between the circles. Drives right side outside of the paint. Shot is up off the window, a little bit strong. Clark goes after the rebound. Couldn't get it. Dug up by Dixon for Rutgers. Dixon feeds right side. Lassiter, baseline jumper is good. High floating jump shot by Lassiter off O'Grady.
And Rutgers is just hanging out. I mean, they've cut the lead down to 9 at this point. Iowa needs to figure out how to get on a roll and stop Rutgers from getting those points and stopping that.
Taiwo gets the ball inside. It goes up strong, fouled by Mason. 50-41 Hawkeyes.
But good look on the break. I like going in. I think it's okay to go into people who aren't the post, and just good running down the court.
Timeout on the court. And one more opportunity to join us for Hawk Talk with Coach Bluter. Weekly radio show presented by Oaknall at Bumps Restaurant from 6 until 7 on Tuesday night, March the 1st. Our final call-in show, Hawk Talk with Coach Bluter. You come out and join us. We've had terrific crowds all season long. Appreciate everybody that comes out. 6 until 7 at Bumps Finkbine Golf Course on Tuesday.
That's how you can ring in March Madness. The ringing of the bell. What's that happen in the financial? The Wall Street bell?
You were down there today.
I was there. I was down there. You know what I'm saying. I'm obviously not.
Bring back some financial knowledge for us.
I'm obviously not in that field.
4:29 left to go in the third. Timeout. Iowa 50, Rutgers 41. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
A sense of pride that comes from the life of a farmer. How many people can say they have a famous tan named after them, or be known for their wave when they drive past neighbors and strangers alike on a 2-lane road? Whether it's a farmer's tan or the farmer's wave, we are proud to be known for a lot of things. We feel that pride every night at the dinner table, knowing we feed our family and yours. Iowa Corn is proud to be on the sidelines cheering on the Iowa Hawkeyes. In Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is corn grows Iowa.
Do you ever feel like you spend more time trying to work out than actually working out? Skip the hassles and bring the gym into your home with help from the friendly fitness experts at Shields. We'll help you choose the right equipment to meet your goals, and we'll be right there with you for delivery, setup, and service. And with the Shields guarantee, you never take a chance on your purchase. If you don't love it, we'll make it right. This year, it's your space, your time, your fitness, with a little help from Shields. In store or online at shields.com.
Multi-platinum country superstar Sarah Evans is bringing her Copy That tour to the newly remodeled event center at Riverside Casino and Golf Resort on May 21st.
And I could not ask for more. You were born to fly. No place that far.
Tickets are on sale now at riversidecasinoandresort.com.
Toby Taiwo, 17 of 20 from the free throw line this season. Toes the line for the Hawkeyes, up 9 and now up 10, 51-41. Second one, got it.
And Iowa's perfect from the line so far today, 8 for 8.
On Monday, 24 of 26. One of the best free throw shooting teams in the country as Morris pulls from the elbow, no good. Clark with the rebound. 52-41. Hawks with the ball. Clark all the way to the rim. And she is fouled as she went up strong and will shoot two. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification and listening to Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball. Clark drains the first. Caitlin with 14. Second one, rimming no good. Came off the front of the rim. And Petrie the rebound. 53-41. 4 minutes left to go. Third quarter. Driving double clutch shot goes for Dixon. And she's fouled. Clark's first.
And Iowa's a lot of fouls so far right now. But Warnock has 2 and Martin has 3, but so nobody's in foul trouble really, but a lot of fouls this quarter.
Free throw no good, but Brown gets the offensive board away from Monica Sonato. Rutgers will have another possession. Sidibe into the game, and a driving shot is up and good by Dixon down the left side of the lane. She has 9. 53-45 Hawkeyes. Taiwo in between the circles. Now to Warnock. Left side Marshall looks inside. Now back to Clark. Petrie comes out on her. Clark takes a couple dribbles, gets it to Taiwo, reverses it to Warnock for 3, and splashes this one home from the right side.
That was my
Warnock
attempt at the whistle.
with 17. What is she from the three-point arc?
What isn't she? She is 4 of 9 right now.
Petrie drives down, drops that shoulder in, and gets it to go off the window. Created some contact, no call. 56-47. This game now, pace picking up at both ends. Here's Warnock. Drives down the left side. Kicks it to Caitlin Clark. Now to Sonato. Back out to Marshall. Clark on the right wing. Holds the ball high. Drives baseline. Tried to get a pass inside. Not there. Ball tipped away and dug up by Dixon. Driving layup is good. Quick hands, good effort by Shug Dixon. She's got 11. Inside, Clark goes up and finishes on the left block. They've been posting Caitlin Clark against Petrie, even though Petrie's has good size. $18 for Clark. Sidibe on the move, and she goes up from the left block and is fouled by the Hawkeyes.
And that foul is most likely going on Warnock.
And that'll be 3.
So, again, just knowing what's going on here. And she can play out there with 3, but the foul shouldn't have had to happen either.
So Sidibe at the line. First one is good. Rutgers just a 66% free throw shooting team. Law enforcement is cracking down on wearing seatbelts. The Iowa Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau reminds you to click it or ticket day or night. Second one rolls in. First points for Sidibe. Had 12 the last time out against Purdue. Here's Clark in the paint. Driving shot rolls off. Sonato the rebound and put back, and she scores.
Great job staying composed. There's a player on the ground around her, and she just stayed in the moment and focused on finishing that shot.
Here's a three-pointer that is no good for Dixon. Whistle underneath on the weak side. Sonato with her second, going after the rebound. 60-51. Hawkeyes still on top. Led the entire way. 1:34 left to go in the third. And Brown who's a fierce rebounder at the line.
And Iowa's got to make some adjustments. As we talked about with the points in the paint, they didn't have that many coming into this half, and they are now tied with Iowa for the same amount of points in the paint, which means they're driving a lot more. So Iowa needs to adjust to that. They're changing their game this quarter.
Second free throw, no good. 1 out of 2 for Ash Brown. Transfer from Ball State. 60-52. Hawks with the basketball. Inside, Sonato turns, is double teamed, and somehow still finishes with the left hand.
Oh, man. Not an easy shot.
Little step through move from the right block. Went up with the left hand.
There's a lot of body.
2 players on it. 15-foot jump shot. That's good by Sidibe. Very versatile player. Can play the 3, 4, or 5. Comes off the bench and looks to score. 62-54. Feuerbach drives down the right side. Hawks with the ball and the lead. Now Clark, free throw line extended right. Drives baseline, goes up. Shot no good. Hit the deck. Didn't get the call. In transition, Dixon gets into the paint and then pulls it back out to the right side. Finds Mason. She's 30 feet from the basket. 14 to shoot, 25 on the game clock. And that is a forced shot by Dixon. Has it blocked, but retrieved by Brown. Brown into the paint. Now Dixon loses control of the ball, and it's dug up by the Hawks with 10 seconds left to go in the quarter. Hawks will hold for 1. On top by 8, 62-54. Here's Clark in between the circles. Angles right side. Fires cross court to Gabby Marshall. Tees up a 3. No good. Off the right side of the rim at the buzzer.
But a great shot. That's a shot that you want at the end of the half or at the end of the quarter. And I think Marshall was a good person to take it. She was wide open. So bummer it didn't go in, but good shot to get at the end of the third quarter.
We know that Iowa grows a lot of corn, but in reality, corn grows Iowa. Corn grows our livestock, our economy, and our athletes. Put on your best face for the Iowa Corn Camp. Follow Iowa Corn on Facebook to be corn-fed. We head to the fourth. Hawks with the lead, 62-54. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Get your ice cold Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer. IRC Beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
Keep yourself and your loved ones healthy by getting your free COVID-19 vaccine. Plus, when you get a COVID-19 vaccine at your Hy-Vee pharmacy between February 1st and April 30th, you can get a 50-cent Hy-Vee Fuel Saver reward. Talk about savings. Schedule your COVID-19 vaccination appointment today at Hy-Vee.com/COVID vaccine. Some restrictions apply. See pharmacy for more details.
The next time you visit Eastern Iowa, check out the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, Bachmeyer Carpet One, Floor and Home, Klosterman Construction, and the Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel, named Iowa Tourism's 2021 Hotel of the Year and awarded the AAA 4 Diamond Award for lodging. To make reservations, visit thehotelatkirkwood.com or call 877-751-5111 for more information.
Hawks led at the half, 39-27. Will carry a 62-54 advantage to the fourth quarter. Clark with 18, Sonato with 16, Warnock with 17.
And Rutgers won that quarter, actually, scoring-wise. Rutgers scored 27 points. That's a lot of points for them because they don't score a ton of points in a game. 27 points compared to Iowa's 23 points that third quarter.
Yeah, they scored 28 points in the fourth quarter in the Penn State win.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the most in the fourth quarter since scoring 28 at Iowa back on December 31st, 2020. Iowa basketball. Lob pass into Sonano. Left-hand layup. Good. That's that lob pass with Rutgers fronting the post.
And haven't seen a ton of that because they usually have somebody that's weak side taking that away.
Brown with 12. Dixon with 11. Two leading scorers for Rutgers as Mason drops in a three-pointer deep in the left corner. Mason, a transfer from Arkansas, with 10. 64-57. And Marshall misfires from three-point range. Missed that one left at the top of the key. We're 1 minute in, fourth quarter. Rutgers inside, and the finish by Sidibe. Nice pass from the right side to the left block. And the crowd starting to get into it for Rutgers. 64-59. Sonano again with the lob pass.
Well, I was letting them hang out, right? They're not able to get on a run because Rutgers is feeling some momentum behind them. They're only 7 points down with 8.5 minutes to go in the game.
Sidibe gives it off to Morris. Back to Sidibe. Now into the corner. Mason again for three. No good off the right side of the iron. And the ball into the hands of Caitlin Clark. Pushes the ball into the front court. Feeds left side, Kate Martin. Lob pass again, Sonano. This time, the help by Mason intercepted the pass. Gets it off to Petrie. Right-handed layup, no good. Petrie gets her own rebound. Goes up, hits the bottom of the rim, but an Iowa foul.
It looks like that foul is probably on Warnock.
And that'll be 4.
It sure will. Warnock has 8 minutes to play some smart basketball.
And she'll sit down
They'll
in
take
favor
her
of Tomi Taiwo.
I think it's a good idea. Let her come out, reset her mind, know that she has those 4 fouls. Because if she goes, we want Warnock on the floor. She's hitting threes.
Has hit 5 of them. Free throw good by Petrie. Second one in the air, got it. That's 10, so 4 players in double figures for Rutgers. They only have 1 player that averages in double figures at 10.4, and that's Brown. 66-61. Lead cut to 5. Well, we know all about close games in this arena. Taiwo at the top of the key. Sends it to Martin, now cross court to Marshall. Fakes a 3, drives in, pulls from 10 short. Petrie the rebound. Now Mason. Here's Dixon, gets into the paint and took a step before she went up for a short jump shot.
And I think Iowa is in a zone defense right now. I'm just trying to figure out if they're in a triangle or if they're in.
Been playing quite a bit of triangle and 2 as of late. But for now, Clark brings the ball across the timeline. Iowa up 5. 7:30 left to go, fourth quarter. Martin inside. Sonano went to the baseline side. Monica couldn't handle it, and it goes out of bounds over to Rutgers.
I think definitely looking inside. Just smart passes. Those turnovers need to stop right now. Iowa currently has 16 turnovers.
Rutgers with the ball. Here's Dixon. Weaves her way and then pulls up from the elbow and knocks down the 15-footer. Shug Dixon with 13, and the Hawkeyes turn it over again. Clark lost control of the ball. 66-63. Rutgers can tie with a 3-pointer. Acting head coach Tim Eatman delivering instructions. 6:40 left to go. Here's Dixon for 3 off the iron and almost goes out of bounds. Saved by Rutgers, but into the hands of Gabby Marshall, who gets it to Clark in the front court. Hawks by 3 with the ball. Martin has it knocked away by Singleton and out of bounds. Hawks will have it along the sideline. Taiwo will throw it in. Gets it to Clark. Now back to Taiwo on the right wing. Continue to look inside to Sonano. Singleton, best inside defender on her. Sonano working hard to get position, but so is Singleton. 3 to shoot. Clark, a deep three-pointer. Swishes this one from the Jersey Mike logo.
Nice product placement. But man, nice shot, even more so.
A big three for Caitlin Clark.
Much needed three right there.
Shot clock winding down, now 69-63. Singleton on the move, left-handed layup, spins out. And the Hawks grab the rebound. Clark walks it across the timeline, drives the paint, spins, shot off window, good, and she is fouled.
Ripping and rolling, flipping around. Man, Clark's looking good right now. You can tell she's feeling it, and someone needed to start feeling it for Iowa because Rutgers was getting too close. Clark right now here in this fourth quarter, she has 5 points. She's perfect shooting, 2 for 2 from the field, 1 for 1 from the three-point line, has 2 rebounds, having a good, solid fourth quarter.
And misses her second free throw of the night. 71-63, Hawks on top, Rutgers with the ball. Petrie feeds it left side to Mason. Now Petrie. And from the elbow, a jumper is up and no good by Dixon. But the rebound by Sidibe, and she turns and lays it up and in. Offensive rebound and putback. 71-65, Hawks by 6, we're under 5. Taiwo in between the circles. Now to Martin, now back to Clark, racing toward the basket. Layup is good off the window. Nice pass by Kate Martin.
She had a teeny tiny window to get that ball up there, and she got it.
Clark with 25. Had 29 against Indiana last time out. 73-65, 4:25 left to go. Dixon at the high post area, dribbles it back out. Now Mason for 3, left wing, drills it.
And Mason's the person who hit the three-pointer at the end of the half. Mason's, you're just seeing her hit threes. Like, it's not what she normally does, I can tell you that.
And the Hawkeyes want timeout with 4:10 left to go. Hawks 73, Scarlet Knights 68. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Anything can happen when the Cyclones and Hawkeyes come to compete. It's where the rubber meets the road. Neighbors become rivals and friends become foes. Some go home broken-hearted, while others are victorious. When the dust finally settles, one thing stands true. No matter which side you're on, you're part of tradition for those who are Iowan through and through. We're Iowa Corn, a proud sponsor of the Iowa Corn Cy-Hawk Series. In Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa.
It's a new season. Get ready for more men's and women's college sports excellence. Trophies will be awarded in June to schools who take the top spot in the 2021-22 Learfield Directors Cup. The premier award recognizes one winning institution in all competitive divisions. Follow your favorite team's progress as seasonal standings are announced at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at directorscup.org. The crowning achievement in college athletics.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Another tight one from Piscataway as the Hawks lead Rutgers 73-68, 4:10 left to go in the fourth. It's a great time to join the Iowa Lottery's free VIP club. Members receive free plays, special offers, insider news, and can enter promotions to win cash and other prizes. Visit ialottery.com and click on the VIP Club tab for complete details.
We're at 4 minutes here.
Hawkeyes have won 10 of the last 11. Lost in this building. The only loss between Iowa and Rutgers. Dominated the series since the Scarlet Knights entered the Big Ten. And need this one tonight to still have a chance for the Big Ten regular season championship. Here's Clark driving down the right side of the lane, off the window, and Caitlin Clark with 27.
I like that play call Coach Blitter had there. There was 3 options really, but I like that it allowed for people's strengths to be seen, and one of them Clark driving in.
Caitlin Clark taking over this game offensively in the fourth quarter, 75-68. Now the Hawks need a couple of big stops. Here's a three-pointer that is good by Petrie. Hit that one from the left wing. She's a shooter. Leave her wide open. 75-71. Rutgers pulls to within 4. Clark on the left side. Sonato comes out to screen. Clark uses it. Now will pull for 3 and swish this one. A big-time three-pointer from the left wing.
She's got those eagle eyes going down right now. She's just focused, and that focus is the basket.
And that's 30 for Caitlin Clark. 78-71 Hawkeyes. Rutgers tries to answer. Mason no good from 3, but the rebound and putback is good by Brown. (78-73). 2:35 left to go. Iowa basketball. Warnock back in there playing with 4 fouls. Here's Clark motioning Sonato to come out. And then gets it back to Monica, who is fouled by Brown as she tried to block her shot. That's 2 on Osh Brown.
There's a lot of trust on that pass from Clark because I wasn't sure if there was going to be a hard enough roll by Sonato, but Clark trusted it, and she was right because Sonato did roll hard enough to get to the ball.
And another timeout on the court with 2:24 left to go in the fourth. Iowa 78, Rutgers 73. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Get your ice cold Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer, IRC Beer, beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
Are you looking to downsize from your family home to begin your retirement years? Our Oak Knoll East campus is for you. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director at Oak Knoll. Our new campus has many unique amenities for your active lifestyle, in addition to providing the same great services that Oak Knoll has offered our residents for over 50 years. We're now open and have a few 2-bedroom apartments still available. Call me at 319-351-1720 or visit oakknoll.com to set up your personal tour. Go Hawks!
78-73. Hawkeyes over the Scarlet Knights. 2:24 left to go. And Jamie, you talked about the pregame show, and we've seen it all season long. Iowa very successful on the road. Just 1 loss in Big Ten play at Michigan.
I mean,
but it's never easy.
It's never easy. It doesn't matter what the record is. It's never easy. Because think about it. They went up against Indiana, and Indiana was number 5 at the time, and Iowa came out and had the lead the entire game. And nobody would have guessed that. Same thing here. You're not going to guess that Rutgers is going to be in a 5-point game with Iowa with 2.5 minutes to go in the game. When you are on someone else's court, there's different things happening. Momentum. momentum shifts a lot stronger than you'd see on your own court.
Well, the Hawks have had some games on cruise control on the road in the fourth quarter.
They have.
But Northwestern was tight at 72-67 in overtime. You mentioned the Indiana game. Lost at Michigan 98-90. So after the Brown foul, 2 free throws for Monica Sonano. Hawks up 5. Sonano's first is a little bit long, no good. Second one, perfect.
Iowa so far just 1 of 3 from the free throw line in this fourth quarter.
They have to tighten that up down the stretch. You get that feeling. 79-73. 2:15 left to go in the game. Hawks have to make Rutgers work. Dixon gets into the paint. Scoop shot is up off the window and no good. But Clark picks up the foul.
Speaking of fouls, only person right now who is in foul trouble is McKenna Warnock with 4. And that's for both teams. She's the only one with 4.
Morris for Rutgers does have 3. Free throw. Back iron no good by Dixon. Transfer from Missouri. 13 points tonight. Second one good. So 2:08 left to go. Iowa basketball 79-74. Hawks on top. Backcourt pressure against Clark, so now Martin will bring the ball across the timeline. Gets it to Clark on the right side, feeds inside. Sonano, wide open layup. And boy, did she put a lot on that pass, and Sonano had to turn and catch it.
She had to use those sticky things at the end of her fingers just to grasp onto it, but great job controlling it. Clark, you can even tell that she did a quick check to make sure there was no weak side. I could actually see her. You saw her kind of turn her head to make sure there wasn't going to be that weak side help that already had gotten stolen away or had the ball stolen away. So great job by Iowa on the offensive end.
And Caitlin Clark with timeout on the court. 30-second timeout taken by Rutgers. Saw another player coming toward her, so she whipped that pass right into Sonano. Because she was getting ready to shoot a three-pointer, I think. And then saw that other player for Rutgers run out on her. Saw an opening. Sonano had sealed the defender on the right block and had an easy layup once she did everything else.
Yes.
81-74. Hawks with the lead. 1:47 left to go. Rutgers gets it in to Dixon. She drives down the right side on the block, goes up and banks it in. And Scarlet Knights take a timeout after the made basket. That's 16 for Dixon. In business, Mid-American Energy can help you save energy and add to your bottom line. Visit midamericanenergy.com to learn more. So do you run some clock here?
I think so. You do, I think, similar to what you just did the previous time. I think they were prepared to run clock. But if they're going to come out aggressively, which Rutgers hasn't been extremely aggressive out on the three-point arc, if they are, see what you got, because that means weak side's gone, and you're going to be able to get it inside to Monica again. Otherwise, work the clock. If they don't come out aggressively, yes, work the clock for sure.
Hawks will have to go the full length. Clark will throw it in.
I mean, we're talking a 5-point lead for Iowa right now. I think that they still do have. I think that momentum's probably even right now on both teams.
81-76. Martin in between the circles. Now to Clark at the top of the key, drives right side, flips a pass to Sonano, but she's covered, gets it back out to Gabby Marshall for 3, little bit strong, had a wide open look. Rebound down to Sidibe. 81-76, 1:10 left to go. Rutgers with the ball, Hawks with the lead. Here's Dixon. She's been the aggressor offensively. Spin move on the block, scores.
So now we're talking 3-point lead with just under a minute here for the Hawks.
Clark walks it across the timeline. 50 seconds. 81-78. Marshall on the left wing. Now back to Clark. In between the circles, dribbles right side, lob pass along the baseline to Warnock. She goes up strong and finishes.
Man, not
what
an
a
easy
catch.
No. Wow, she had to get up in the air, sky. Wow. Whew.
And timeout Rutgers. A dangerous pass by Clark.
Clark's got to be going over to Warnock and being like, thanks. You made that look good.
And especially with still a small padding on that left wrist area, the back of her hand, wrist.
And we have this timeout right now. Rutgers took a timeout because they're going to be looking for a shot and a foul still. They have 2 timeouts still left. They used no timeouts this entire game, so they had all the timeouts in their pockets still to use.
83-78. Hawks on top. 33 seconds left.
An additional good decision by Warnock right there, by the way. She could have stayed out of the three-point arc. I think it was a better decision for her to cut in and get a high percentage shot and made herself a better passing option for Clark. So she cut really hard. She read the play really well, made herself an option. So good job to her just moving without the ball.
So Rutgers will have the ball. Hawks on top, 83-78. 33 seconds left to go. We're in the fourth. Here's Dixon. Pull up from 10, rimming no. And the rebound is no good by Petrie. Didn't have a real good attempt on it. And now, Clark was shoved out of bounds, but no call. We're going to call a...
And Warnock had it blocked during then, which is very brave when she has 4 fouls.
So Rutgers basketball along the baseline. 14 on the shot clock, 16 on the game clock. Three-pointer, Petrie, left wing, no. Clark the rebound, and she's immediately fouled.
They sure took a lot of time. For being down by 5 points, they took a long time to get that shot up. They didn't seem like they had a sense of urgency.
Brown, her third. So, no free throws yet.
Yeah, this isn't...
And then Iowa takes timeout to advance the ball.
Yeah, third quarter was the fouling quarter. This quarter now, nobody's really fouled, and so it's actually to Iowa's advantage going into this portion.
Hawk fans, it's time to get in the game. Because when your team scores, your town wins. Text Iowa to 97063 to nominate your town to receive proceeds from Wellmark's three-point play program. Money raised from each Hawkeye three-pointer is put towards community health projects like parks, playgrounds, and trails. It's all thanks to your local health insurance provider, Wellmark, Blue Cross and Blue Shield. 11.9 left to go. 83-78. Hawks on top. Martin gets it into Sonano. And an immediate foul. Sidibe had one more to give, so the Hawks will do it again. Throw it in right by their bench. And do so to Clark. Sidibe. Her third.
Sidibe didn't go for the ball there, which it's fine, and I don't think they should call him intentional for that. But that is something where they should hopefully tell her, you got to go for the ball at least a little.
I just kind of pushed Clark from behind, but not hard.
Yeah, as long I don't also want them to push her, right, either.
First free throw for Caitlin, got it. 31 for Clark, and it's 84-78. 10.4 on the clock. Second one, good. And the Scarlet Knights take a timeout. This will be a full timeout with 10.4 seconds left to go. Hawks with some breathing room now.
They do.
85-78.
7 points. That gives them that 3-possession game right now. 3-possession game. So Iowa just has to be smart. If you can make them take 3 seconds off the clock, you basically have solidified the win at that point.
Don't foul.
Yep. Just try to make them have to pass the ball a couple of times. Yeah, and don't foul. They can actually foul before the shot if they want to. They could play hard defense should they want to do that, because they have fouls to give technically. I think that's you know, you have to be very mature, a very mature player to be able to be someone who can foul without making sure they're not shooting. So I don't know if they're ready for that. Maybe some players on the team are.
Well, we saw fouled a 3-point shooter.
But that did
down
happen.
the stretch.
That did happen a couple of games ago.
Don't want to do that.
Definitely not.
But you feel good about the way this is going to turn out with 10.4 left to go. 85-78. Not completely done yet. What this game will do, a road victory. Push the Hawks to 19-7, 13-4. Just one game out of first place in the Big Ten Conference race. So here we go. Dixon gets it into Morris, and Clark takes it away from her. Clark racing down the left side and trying to dribble around, and finally is held with 2.9 left to go. Hawks are going to win it, up 85-78.
Wasn't expected the steal, but there it was.
Clark's got several steals tonight.
Okay, so let's look at her tonight. Clark tonight has several. Yeah, that would be the number for the 5 steals. That is a lot of steals. 5 steals, 9 assists, 9 rebounds.
Oh.
Not quite to that triple-double, but boy.
So close. And makes both free throws. 34. And Clark will come out. 2.9 left to go. Taiwo in. 87-78. Half-court shot off the rim by Petrie. No good. And the Hawks survive. Iowa 87. Rutgers 78. And Iowa finishes with just one loss on the road in Big Ten Conference play. 8-1.
That is an impressive record right there. I mean, that's something that Coach Bluder is really going to, I think she feels good about, because that is a mental toughness. That is being prepared. That's figuring out a way. That's just a will.
And the Hawks do it. Behind 34 from Caitlin Clark. She had 11 at the half.
Yeah, she did a great job turning it on in the fourth quarter. Enough for the Hawks to get that boost, right? That's what they needed. They needed that boost to start pulling away and get that confidence, not allowing Rutgers to go on any runs. And she did that very well on the offensive end. Clark in the fourth quarter scored 16 points. Yeah, it's not Michigan.
It wasn't 25.
It wasn't 25, but 16. And by the way, that's on 5 of 5 shooting from the field, 2 of 2 from the three-point line, 4 of 5 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. I mean, that's a good fourth quarter.
And did it a little bit different tonight. Post moves on the block, getting the ball on the move, in the paint. A lot of paint points for Caitlin Clark, more than normal.
Oh, yeah. I think that she did a good job of figuring out what was working for her. She took the drives in and got the finishes. Something in the beginning of the season that she was doing was getting the drives but not the finishes. I think a big adjustment she's made is following through and absorbing the contact and getting the shot and hoping for a foul, great, but ultimately knowing that I'm going to finish it on my own if I need to.
We'll be back with the post-game show and wrap up this Hawkeye victory. Now 13-4 in Big Ten play, 19-7 overall. Rutgers falls to 9-19 and 2-14. 87-78, Iowa over Rutgers. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Mid-American Energy, being obsessively, relentlessly at your service means delivering reliable, affordable energy to you. And it also means marking underground utility lines before you break ground to keep you safe. Trimming trees to keep them away from electric lines so power is there when you need it. And it means working safely and quickly to power your home and business, no matter what the weather. Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. That's Mid-American Energy.
It's always more fun to be with friends as you cheer on your favorite team. Whether attending the game, watching at a bar, or hosting a party, it's very important to know that fans don't let fans drive drunk. Before choosing to drink, choose your team's MVP, a sober designated driver. Avoid the unsportsmanlike conduct of driving drunk by handing off your keys so that you, your passengers, and everyone on the road can be safe. Your team victory will only be worth celebrating if you and your friends make it home. This message is brought to you by the Iowa Department of Public Safety, the Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau, and your local law enforcement.
Get your ice cold Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer, IRC Beer, beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
Are you looking to downsize from your family home to begin your retirement years? Our Oak Knoll East campus is for you. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director at Oak Knoll. Our new campus has many unique amenities for your active lifestyle, in addition to providing the same great services that Oak Knoll has offered our residents for over 50 years. We're now open and have a few 2-bedroom apartments still available. Call me at 319-351-1720 or visit oakknoll.com to set up your personal tour. Go Hawks!
Led by Caitlin Clark with 34, Monica Sonato with 23, and McKenna Warnock with 19. The Hawks defeat Rutgers 87-78, and that brings up a huge basketball game at the arena on Sunday afternoon.
Oh, you know, this game had pressure on it, even though everyone was looking forward to that game. They had to win this game first, and I think they did a great job. It wasn't easy. I think that they played hard. I mean, Iowa played really well, and still Rutgers stayed with it. Iowa scored was 60% from the field, so they were taking good shots. They had some bad turnovers, things like that. But ultimately, Iowa, I think, did a good job of sticking with it and being confident throughout the entire game. When Rutgers went on runs, they reacted well. And a win is a win when you're on the road. I mean, it doesn't matter how pretty it is. Sometimes you got the pretty ones and you got the ones that are ugly wins, but it still has the word win in it. So. Well,
and the impressive thing, too, Jamie, has been Iowa's ability to answer opponents' runs because Rutgers, pulled to within 3. And the crowd, not huge tonight, but they got into it. It's a senior night. Rutgers has been playing better.
Yeah.
But yet Iowa had the answer every single time. Rutgers got close within a possession or two.
They did. They just stuck with it. It wasn't just one player. Yes, Caitlin Clark in the fourth quarter did a good job of always responding and sticking with it and figuring out how to respond. But it was in the other quarters, different players who were hitting threes. I would say Warnock was a big one who was being pretty consistent or getting it inside to Sonano. Whatever it might be, players were coming through and figuring out a way to contribute and stop those runs and just not allow them to affect them.
How about the stats tonight?
Okay, so 3 players finished in double figures. Clark had 32 points on 10 of 17 shooting from the field, 3 of 5 from the three-point line, and 9 of 11 from the free throw line. Warnock had 19 points on 7 of 12 shooting from the field, 5 of 9 from the three-point line. And then Sonano had 23 points on 10 of 11 shooting from the field and 3 of 4 from the free throw line. If those sounded ridiculous, I agree they do in a wonderful way. But other players that contributed to the score, Tomi Taiwo with 5 points. She had 1 3-pointer, 4 points from Adio Grady, and then 4 points coming from Gabby Marshall. The stat line for Clark just needs to be read so that people can hear. She had a great game. I'm going to throw out right away the one thing wasn't great, which was the 8 turnovers, but she had 6 turnovers at the half. So she only had 2 turnovers in the second half, so definitely made an adjustment at the half. So we got to give her some credit there. So she had 32 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists, 5 steals. I mean, it's not a triple-double nor a double-double, but holy cow. What?
Pretty close.
Holy cow. Amazing game. Other players, though, definitely contributed to this game. Iowa had 22 assists as a team. 4 assists came from Martin, 3 from Marshall, and 3 from Taiwo. The rebounds, Iowa was led by Clark, but supported by Sonano with 6 and 4 coming from Warnock. And then the steals, 3 of the 3 steals coming from Warnock. A block from Adio Grady when it was really needed. There was a lot of things right there that Iowa did that were just really great. Looking at Rutgers' score, they had 4 players in double figures, which is really unheard of for them. 19 coming from Dixon, 13 from Mason, 13 from Petrie, and 12 from Brown. Rebound-wise, they definitely turned it on in the second half. I think they ended up, I'm going to double-check this. They did end up out-rebounding Iowa. So they made changes. They drove a lot more in the second half, and they rebounded a lot better in the second half. But Iowa did a good job withstanding the changes and figuring it out and pulling off that win.
That's a stat recap after Iowa's 87-78 victory over Rutgers to set up Iowa and Michigan. Implications for the Big Ten title on Sunday at 3 o'clock. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Always more fun to be with friends as you cheer on your favorite team. Whether attending the game, watching at a bar, or hosting a party, it's very important to know that fans don't let fans drive drunk. Before choosing to drink, choose your team's MVP, a sober designated driver. Avoid the unsportsmanlike conduct of driving drunk by handing off your keys so that you, your passengers, and everyone on the road can be safe. Your team victory will only be worth celebrating if you and your friends make it home. This message is brought to you by the Iowa Department of Public Safety, the Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau, and your local law enforcement.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Get your ice cold Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer, IRC Beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
The next time you visit Eastern Iowa, check out the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, Bachmeyer Carpet One, Floor and Home, Klosterman Construction, and the Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel, named Iowa Tourism's 2021 Hotel of the Year and awarded the AAA 4 Diamond Award for lodging. To make reservations, visit thehotelatkirkwood.com or call 877-751-5111 for more information.
Welcome back to Jersey Mike's Arena, Piscataway, New Jersey, as Iowa defeats Rutgers 87-78. We'll hear from Coach Booter here in a little bit. And, of course, listening to our plays of the game after we pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball. 34 from Clark, 23 from Sonato, and let's listen in on some of tonight's top plays from New Jersey. So that's encouraging early on. Here's Clark for three, just left to the top of the key and drains it. Clark angles left side, still outside of the arc. Gets it to Kate Martin. Reverse to Taiwo for three. Got it.
To May. They did go on a run to finish this. See if they can get one more.
Warnock for three, left to the top of the key. Drains it.
Yeah, sure can. Sure can.
Petrie comes out on her. Clark takes a couple dribbles, gets it to Taiwo, reverses it to Warnock for three, and splashes this one home from the right side. Here's Clark in the paint, driving shot, rolls off. Sonato the rebound and put back, and she scores. Sonato working hard to get position, but so is Singleton. Three to shoot. Clark a deep three-pointer, swishes this one from the Jersey Mike logo. And the Hawks grab the rebound. Clark walks it across the timeline, drives the paint, spins, shot off window, good, and she is fouled. Some of tonight's top plays from Jersey Mike's Arena on the campus of Rutgers University after Iowa wins a big one, 87-78, and now 13-4 in Big Ten Conference play. Raina Harmon will join us on the postgame show when we come back. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Get your ice cold Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer, IRC Beer, beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
In Iowa, we grow corn, a lot of corn. We love seeing our farmers in the fields, and although they're perfect strangers, we know them. We know them by their equipment covered in dust. We know them by their work ethic, where days off don't exist. We know them by the way they wave, passing strangers alike on a 2-lane road. We know them in the midst of our kitchen as we prepare another family meal. In Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. The Iowa corn farmers are proud to be on the sidelines for the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Multi-platinum country superstar Sarah Evans is bringing her Copy That tour to the newly remodeled event center at Riverside Casino and Golf Resort on May 21st.
And I could not ask for more. You were born to fly. No place that far.
Tickets are on sale now at riversidecasinoandresort.com.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor and a PTO Quick Connect that hooks up rear implements with a single click. John runs with us because to him, there's nothing more important than connecting with the land. Nothing runs like a Deere. Hear John's story at Deere.com.
Stop by your local John Deere dealer for a test drive today or learn more at Deere.com. Your Iowa John Deere dealers, proud sponsors of Hawkeye basketball.
87-78, the Hawkeyes over the Scarlet Knights of Rutgers as we continue on the postgame show. Assistant coach Raina Harmon joins us high atop Jersey Mike's Arena. And Raina, things got tight there, but answered every single time.
Yeah, you know, it's coming down to it for us, right? And we talked about what this game meant and being here in the present for this game. You know, it's tough to go into somebody's house and beat them on senior night. So we know what we were up against no matter, you know, what the records of any opponent looks like. We know what we did last game, and we know what we have coming up next game. But, you know, what was important for us was kind of just staying right here in this moment and making sure we take care of this one on the road tonight, and we did that.
Which can be tough to do sometimes.
Yep.
But what has made this team so good on the road?
I think, you know, it's part of it, and the Caitlin Clark
got good
effect,
players,
right? I mean,
right?
Yeah, absolutely,
that helps,
absolutely,
but yeah.
absolutely. I mean, you got a good team coming in here, but I think we've got a few extra fans, and they get a little riled up, and we have a player that sometimes get them a little riled up too. And a lot of times we're playing against 3,000, 4,000 people, and so, we've talked all season just about staying together and what that looks like. I think our upperclassmen have done a great job. Our captains have done a great job of making sure that we stay together. And we know that it's going to be a tough night. Everybody knows who we are in this conference, right? And we're going to get everybody shot night in and night out, but we're a really good team, and when we put it all together, we could beat anybody.
And Caitlin just seemed like, for several minutes there in the fourth quarter, just said, hey, I've got this. I'm going to take this over and make sure that we get that W in the column.
Yeah, I thought she did a fantastic job down the stretch. Just hitting the Jersey Mike's Arena logo shot tonight. But also getting to the basket and finishing with 2 feet in the paint. That was important. And they were sending 2 people at her, and once they're rushing at her, their momentum's going one way. You attack the basket, and I thought she did a fantastic job of holding steady that last fourth quarter. Yeah,
did she feel like she scored some different ways tonight than normally we've seen? Some post-ups, some cuts to the basket, and just really displayed different ways that she can score.
Yeah, and we all know she can score in a variety of ways, and it was good to just see that tonight.
How about Monica Sonano, too? Working hard inside. That wasn't easy on her either, and still to get 23 points. And McKenna Warnock just continues her outstanding play after missing 4 games.
Absolutely. I mean, Monica Sonano, what a force she is down low. We're so fortunate to have her, and, I guess they call them the law firm of Clark and Sonano.
I like it.
And so, yeah, it's Monica, she came out. I think she could have even gotten some more touches tonight, going 10 for 11, only missed 1 shot, and, getting to the free throw line and getting some O boards and, just doing a good job on the boards there. Monica, her footwork has just got so much faster. Some of the catches that she's able to handle right now, they are ridiculous. And we see them in practice, right? So I'm not surprised when we see them in a game, but I think her level of play has just really been elevated this year. And then you talk about McKenna Warnock. We have so much confidence in that kid, and she comes out and she makes 5 threes, and I thought she started getting looks for herself pretty early, which is good, and, come down and knock in some early threes, get to the bucket, get some layups. She had confidence in this game early.
What is it, too, about this team that, handles pressure situations, tight games, doesn't seem to get rattled, and, here Rutgers was coming in the fourth quarter, got it down to 3, 1 possession. You can say, oh boy, we got a lot on the line here, a lot to play for. Yeah. But then able to respond and just seem to continue to do that. Did that at Indiana when they made their run, and then the big comeback, obviously, on Monday night.
Yeah, our non-conference. I know some of you guys out there can remember, us being on the radio after the IUPUI game where we didn't manage the last half of that game.
I don't remember that.
Coming down the stretch. You think as closely as Ohio State, yep. And being in the battle there and not really managing the last 5 minutes. And so we are battle tested. We've been put in those situations where we failed, and we failed forward. So we understand what we can do and what we need to do, and also what to not do in those situations, especially when we have the lead, and just managing the clock, managing our personnel, and taking advantages of what the defense is giving us.
Yeah, really good point. And now it's Michigan on Sunday, and they don't get much bigger than that.
Yeah, this is going to be great. It's going to be our last, hopefully not, but our last, home game for the Big Ten season. And we're really going to look forward to honoring 2 seniors in Tommy Taiwo and Logan Cook, and they've given us a lot these last 4 years. I know there's a lot on the line for this game, so we hope you guys can come on out. I hear there's only a few tickets left.
Not many, I hear. You're right.
And, you guys saw that game that we played at their place. Down 25, come back and cut it to 5. We had shots going up all over the place. We were down 2 starters. So we're really looking to get maybe some revenge.
Yeah, that'll be fun. That's what it's all about. And Raina, appreciate you coming up.
Thank you. Go Hawks.
Raina Harmon, assistant coach for the Hawkeyes on the postgame show after Iowa defeats Rutgers 87-78. Back with more after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
The sense of pride that comes from the life of a farmer. How many people can say they have a famous tan named after them, or be known for their wave when they drive past neighbors and strangers alike on a 2-lane road? Whether it's a farmer's tan or the farmer's wave, we are proud to be known for a lot of things. We feel that pride every night at the dinner table, knowing we feed our family and yours. Iowa Corn is proud to be on the sidelines cheering on the Iowa Hawkeyes. In Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
The next time you visit Eastern Iowa, check out the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, the hotel at Kirkwood Center, Bachmeyer Carpet One Floor and Home, the Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, and Klosterman Construction, building custom homes for 20 years. Klosterman Construction is a premier custom home builder doing everything from remodels to exclusive custom homes. Klosterman takes the stress out of your building project. Award-winning designs, quality craftsmanship, and superior customer service. Call 319-545-7088.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
87-78, Iowa over Rutgers, now 19-7 and 13-4 in Big Ten Conference play. Rutgers at home now 8-8, 9-19 overall, 2-14 in the conference. Let's head to the Iowa locker room. Jamie has head coach Lisa Bluter and then also Kate Martin, who has had 10 assists in the last 2 games and took those 2 big charges against Indiana.
Thanks, Rob. And here with Coach Bluter, finishing out that regular season away game, the away games with a win. Take me through this game at Rutgers.
That's right. Road's been pretty good for us. Although this was a tough game for us, we knew we couldn't overlook Rutgers, and I'm really glad that we prepared for this really diligently. Our players watched film diligently, and it was important because Rutgers has been getting better and better as the season has gone on. Their offense has gotten better. At the beginning of the year, offensively, they were just struggling, and they obviously showed today. You know, they got to the rim a lot, got second chance points off those O boards, but really glad to come in here and get a victory and shoot the ball as well as we did.
When you go to someone else's court and are able to shoot 60% from the field and 42% from the three-point line, what does that mean to you about your team's ability to score?
Yeah, I mean, you know, a basketball hoop is a basketball hoop. I guess it doesn't matter where it is, you know. I mean, McKenna was 5 for 9 from three-point range. Caitlin was 3 for 5. I thought Tommy came in and played really well for us. Not only offensively, she was 1 for 2 and 2 for 2 from the line, but I thought she did a nice job. She had 3 assists, and she, you know, I thought defended really well too. So I'm happy with Tommy's play. Caitlin flirted with a triple-double with 9 rebounds, 9 assists, and Monica 10 for 11 from the field. Amazing. 10 for 11. I mean, I couldn't do that with no defense on me.
Right.
And she does it with 2 people on her.
There was a couple times she didn't have any defense on her, but still there were like 8 other times where she definitely did.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start looking forward only because you have 1 game left in this regular season, and it's a pretty big game in this regular season, coming up against Michigan. What will you all do to start to prepare for a game that has so much connected to it?
Yeah, we just want to get home tonight. Let's pray for good weather. Let's play for, you know, mechanical no problems so we can just get home. That's the first thing. And rest up because we know it's going to be a battle on Sunday. We understand we're going to have a tremendous crowd. I think if you want to get tickets, you better call first thing in the morning because I hear there's not many left, if any. So please, you know, call if you want to have tickets to come see this game. But we are playing for a Big Ten championship, and we could use everybody in Carver, every seat in Carver Hawkeye Arena filled to help us to get that and use that home court to our advantage.
Okay, so do you want to say that? So the time of the game is
3 o'clock.
Okay.
3 o'clock.
And do you want to tell them one more time?
Yep, we're close to a sellout. We're playing for the Big Ten championship. And what? There's only 300 tickets left.
This is not a gimmick. This is literally, she's trying to help you out right now.
If you want tickets, you better call in the morning. So it's going to be a great atmosphere, but we need you and we want you to come and help us to come out and secure this Big Ten championship.
All right. Thanks, Coach, and great one tonight.
Thanks, Jamie.
All right, and now here with Kate Martin, she has just a few things to say.
Hey Hawks, we just won tonight and we play Sunday now. There's only 300 tickets left, so get your tickets now and we'll see you Sunday.
All right, thanks Kate.
You're welcome.
Jamie, thank you very much, and thanks to Coach Bluter and also Kate Martin. That's going to be a terrific atmosphere. Hopefully get that thing sold out on Sunday, and say goodbye to two outstanding seniors, Tommy Taiwo and Logan Cook, and try to avenge the only loss on the road in the Big Ten the Hawkeyes have had at Michigan. That is a 3 o'clock tip. If you can't be in the arena, we appreciate you joining us at 2:45 for the pregame show, Iowa and Michigan. And as Coach Bluter said, on the line, a Big Ten regular season championship. Michigan now 13-3. Ohio State wins tonight 13-4. The Hawkeyes 13-4. Maryland at 12-4. Indiana at 11-4. And Maryland and Indiana play Friday night. That'll wrap up our coverage from Jersey Mike's Arena in Piscataway, New Jersey. The final score, once again, Iowa 87, Rutgers 78. For Jamie K.B. Lang, I'm Rob Brooks. Thanks so much for listening, and good night from Rutgers. This is the Hawkeye Radio Network.
Hawkeye women's basketball has been brought to you by Bud Light. It's for the fans. Hy-Vee, the official grocer partner of Iowa Hawkeyes basketball. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. The Iowa Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau, who reminds you to click it or ticket, day or night. University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. U.S. Bank, life keeps moving. We're here for every step. U.S. Bank, member FDIC. Iowa Lottery, put a little play in your day with the Iowa Lottery. And by Authentic Brand. Look authentic, feel authentic, be authentic. Get your game day gear online at authentic-brand.com. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.